Welcome back. In the last tutorial we basically drew the side profile of the car and we used the extrude tool just here to give us a three-dimensional solid. Just as a little word of advice here, if you want to start looking at your solid in more detail, we can look at our navigation tools here, and if we click the free orbit tool here, left click it, and then we go to the middle, we can then get ourselves a free orbit. We can look around any shape of our model that we've created. So I'm just going to click OK. And in this tutorial, we're actually going to focus on drawing the axles so we can put the wheels onto them. So the first thing we need to do, and hopefully you'll start to get the hang of this, is click 2D Sketch and start 2D Sketch. Now this time round, we haven't got our work planes there because we've got our solid model now. So what I actually want to do is start a sketch on this plane here. You can draw on any plane of your solid that you've got there. So I'm going to just click this plane here, and then it goes into our sketch mode, so I can create two-dimensional sketches. And I want to do two circles. So I'm just going to click the circle tool. Now I'm going to draw a circle somewhere on the side of my car, and this needs to be at 8mm in diameter. So I'm going to click 8 and return. And I'm going to draw another circle. Again, I'm going to put it, if you look, yeah, I'm just going to click it anywhere, 8 and return. So that is the circles drawn. Now to position them exactly where we want them, we're going to use the dimension tool again, like we did in the last one, to change our rectangle. We're going to use the rectangle tool to position it correctly and accurately. So I'm going to click dimension, and I'm just going to zoom in a little bit because you might need to see a bit of finer detail here. And okay, now I've got the dimension selected there. So if you notice there, when I move my cursor, I can click on there, but I don't want to. It's got, my circle's gone white. I want to click the center of the circle, and it gives us a white square. So let's go white square there, and I'm going to click on that line. That's gone white, and it's allowed me to pull a dimension away between the center of the circle and the bottom of the car. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to change that to 15, and I click return. I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to click on there, on the point and on the base, and change that to 15 and click my little tick. You know, tick or return. So I'm going to use the zoom tool now and the pan tool just to get it where I want it. And again, dimension on the center of the circle and on the edge of the car this time, and I'm going to change that to 30. So just 30, return, and I'm going to pan across to the end here, and the same again. Find the center of my circle there with the white square, and on the edge of there, click that there and change that one to 30 and return. And I'm going to click finish sketch. So what I now need to do is create the axles. So I'm going to click the extrude tool again, and I'm going to select it, and I'm going to select that square, that circle that I haven't clicked on the extrude tool. Let's click the extrude tool. All the options are coming up, and I'm going to select that circle there and that circle there, and that will allow me to extrude both of those. And now I can change the distance. I could go inside if I want to, but I don't. So this is just showing you that we can use the extrude tool to remove material as well as to add material. So I add that, and I'm going to change this to 11. So I'm just going to type 11 and return. So I've got two axles on that side face there. So if I'm going to zoom out a little bit, now we need exactly the same on the other face. So I'm going to use my orbit tool to spin it around, and I am going to and I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going just to start a 2D sketch, and I'm going to select that face there, and we're just going to repeat that process. I will go through it very quickly of doing the wheels, and the sizes will be exactly the same. Draw a circle, 8, and I'm going to actually do it a little bit differently. I'm going to select the middle there, the end point there, and type in 15, and again dimension, select the midpoint there. I don't know, I've selected the center, so let's zoom in. Sometimes you have to just zoom in so you're selecting the bit that you want to select. Dimension, just select the center to there and type in 30, and this is where it can be a bit powerful. I can then draw another circle, and if you notice there where I've drawn it, those dots, you see the dots, it's going to draw it on that line there. So I know the circle is going to be 15 millimeters in from the base. Click 8. Okay, so I know that my circle is going to be 15 millimeters from the bottom, so I only have to do one dimension here. I'm going to find my center there and change that to there. This is really good because you look, it's 150, it's quite a way out, and I just click that and type 30, and it's going to move it back for me. I'll click Finish Sketch, and I click my Extrude tool again, just select both circles, that one there, and because the last time I extruded I wanted an 11mm extrusion, it's kept the extrusion distance at 11, so all I need to do is click my green tick, and that part is now done. So let's just zoom out of that there, click OK, and that's that part complete.